While attending the event at Nuremberg, Ekweremadu was seen being attacked by a mob who tore his clothes and dragged him out of the event. In the video clips, the angry mob was seen preventing the lawmaker from escaping, but he was later whisked away in a Mercedes-Benz car, even as the mob continued to beat him. As the scene played out, some onlookers dressed in traditional Igbo attire were heard condemning the assault meted to the former deputy Senate president. One of the onlookers was heard saying, "This is wicked. Why now? It's not good." Despite the commotion, the event went on as planned, according to the Nigerian ambassador to Germany, Yusuf Tugar. In a tweet via his handle, at Yusuf Tugar on Saturday, the diplomat who was at the event wrote, "The Nuremberg Yam Festival, organized by the Ndibo Germany, still took place and I was in attendance. There is no stopping Nigeria. It opened with the Nigerian and German anthems, and I addressed the crowd." All right, so this is the first one we are going to be looking at. All right, so Mazi, what do you think about this particular report? First of all, let's look at the report. Do you think this report is accurate based on what we saw on the in the video that went viral, and of course what is written here, or what was written here?
Okay, well, the truth of the matter is that the caption or whatever kind of headline they choose in order to make sure they sell their papers or they sell their lies to those who are willing to buy, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything to me anymore, because this very event that happened in Nuremberg, Germany, has gone a long way to reveal a whole lot of things, you know, that is hidden for a long time now. It has gone a long way to expose, because our people used to say in our local dialect that "Okum madu keja mucho bia." That is from the spoken word of a man or a woman. You can easily discern what he or she had in mind. You see, it goes a long way to also expose the fact that Nigerian youth are completely lazy, but they are not just lazy, they are just lazy and stupid at the same time. They are lazy and evil, they are lazy and wicked. And these are the handwork of the Nigerian youth. They know how to twist the story. I know some people might try to twist that around and all of that. But the truth of the matter is that something that is very, very obvious for the whole world to see. There is no way anybody can twist anything. But you know, Nigerians, they are patient of lies. They are merchant of lies. So they are good at lies and deception. And that is what people would like to hear. They like to hear bad news about you. But it doesn't matter to us anymore. Like I have said before, it doesn't matter anymore, because what has happened has already happened, and the worst that could have happened has already happened. Because I would have thought that the Haneze Ndibo, the governors and the rest of them would have just come out and do something more worse than prescribed in IPOB. But now they are speaking from the other end of their mouth. So that goes a long way to show you that this thing that happened is really what we needed now. It is revealing a lot of things. Now, a lot of people that call themselves Nigerians, this goes a long way to reveal the intent of the wickedness in their hearts, because somebody is doing something you cannot do, something you have not even dreamed to try. Somebody else is doing it for you free of charge. Instead of you to applaud that person, you are standing there not just as a spectator, but as also a hypocritical mocker. You are mocking somebody who is trying to set you free by trying to, you know, use every single step he makes in order to use it for your own advantage, for your selfish gain, and for your personal frivolity. So it is very, very sad indeed. All those things, we have known it before now. It is only the fools that are in the zoo that will believe every lie their newspaper is churning out. Because what we did is something I will just refer to as a family affair. I don't know when the Hausa Fulani, the Yorubas, are beginning to be compassionate to the Igbo's affairs or to the Biafran affair. What concerns them in what we are doing? Ike Ekweremadu is our brother. There is no we don't deny that very fact. But
okay, no. You know what concerns them right now is that it made the headline. They are a media platform and they need to report. You know, they need to sell their products. So concerning them is not really the issue. They need to report. After all, we report what is going on in the north. But my concern is why peddling lies? You know, because I never saw. I don't know. I never saw anyone using stone on him. Rather, we saw eggs. Eggs were used to pelt on him.
Okay, Nigeria is an entity of lies and deception.
So what are they trying to achieve with these
Yes,
lies?
they are trying to achieve something. At least there is something at the end of it. The lies they are trying to sell is because Nigerians don't like you if you tell them the truth. Had it been we come here to, and tell them all manner of lies and deception and all manner of deceptive words, believe you me, even more than 100 people will be dragging who is going to sponsor this program. But because we come here to tell them the bitter truths that they would not like to hear, because Nigeria is full of lies and deception, it is built upon lies. So the only way you can make it sell is for you to keep telling lies, even if you see the truth. What really transpired, just like you mentioned rightly, is that our people pelted Ike Ekweremadu with eggs. And I'm sure he has not even paid for those eggs, because that is even my major concern. He's supposed to pay for each and every one of those basket of eggs. I don't know why IPOB decided to waste those kind of precious eggs on that very useless human being. He's supposed to pay for it. Now the people, they now twisted that around to tell you that he was pelted with stone and he's still alive. Had it been the indigenous people of Biafra in Nuremberg, Germany, pelted him with a stone and with yam, as was posited here, believe you me, by this time around, I don't know if he would have still been breathing. But it's quite unfortunate that a lot of our people, they love lies and deception. They believe in something that is not based on accuracy, And those people that are even making this very news, selling all of this, the worst thing is that they are not even there to give the actual report. Most of the things they do, copy and paste. They come to the wall of the indigenous people of Biafra to copy all those things. They paste it. You see the pictures. They will begin to write it with their own rubbish blog name or whatever. All those things are just to deceive people in order to tell a different lies from what actually transpired. So, I am not surprised if people believe it, because Nigerians have always been known as, dumb people. They believe everything. If you tell them that, look, tomorrow, by this time tomorrow, if you do this, if you shout amen like 200 times, God will send you 100 million. They will believe it, even though they know it's lie, that kind of a thing can never happen. Even if you do magic, you can never see that kind of miracle happen. But they will believe it because you are telling them lie. But if you tell them, Nigerians, okay, go and work hard, go and do this, invest your time, and use your time to do something beneficial for yourself and for the society alone, they will not believe you. They will tell you that you are telling them to go and do something hard. Now, we are telling the people, the Yoruba people, and also other indigenous people all around the zoo, the enclave called the zoo, Nigeria, we are telling them this is the time for revolution to start, and for you to stand your ground and revolt against evil that is happening in your different places and your different jurisdiction. They could not do that. All of them, they went because they shoot a little cigarette, they call tear gas. All of them, they disappeared. They were
well, let's not go there. Sorry, let's not go there.
Okay.
Let's still on this Ekweremadu. Are you trying to justify the fact that he was attacked? Are you saying that IPOB did the right thing by attacking, a senator?
Yes, let me give you number one reason. Number one reason why I justify the whatever transpired in that very place is this. When you look at it, that occasion is supposed to be an Igbo occasion. In the first place, it's supposed to be a Biafran issue. Okay, let me just put Biafran aside now. Let me use the name Igbo because Iriji and Ewaji is simply an Igbo tradition and an Igbo affair. So now, somebody appearing in a tradition or an event that is supposed to be an Igbo thing with a Nigerian coat of arms, that is the highest insult to the Igbo as a race. And for him to also come to Germany in order to, celebrate his stupidity, because a lot of people are being killed. Just some couple of weeks ago or some days ago, Reverend Father was killed, and some of them abducted. Some of them, they were shot by the Fulani people, and a lot of things happened in Enugu State. He has never come out to make any condemning statements about the evil that is happening in his own backyard. Now, he traveled all the way from here to Germany in order to go and celebrate his stupidity. And not just going there for, for the sake or the interest of the Igbo, but he went there with the Nigerian coat of arms that contains hippopotamus and the elephant and whatever that is in that very thing that doesn't represent who we are. Because I will mark what happens to the Ishiago, the normal Ishiago that the Igbo titled men used to wear. He abandoned all of that in order to show people that he's very, very stupid. Even the emir of Kano and the rest of them cannot even do condescend so low in desecrating their land or what they have. They respect their culture, they value their dignity, but it is only the fool, it's only the idiot we have in our land that will desecrate what we have. Ishiago, do you know what it means for you to even have the opportunity to wear that Ishiago? He went and wear Ishi monkey and Ishi elephant to an occasion that is supposed to be an Igbo occasion. So that thing is going, it's like he's trying to encage or enslave everybody. So IPB have to come to the rescue. So by removing that useless cap on his head and tearing that very evil, it goes a long way to show you that by tearing that very cloth he's wearing, it goes a long way to show you that Nigeria kingdom has been ripped apart.
Justifying the fact he was attacked. We will also come to the reasons. I know you've made a statement, you've given a reason, you justified what happened to him. But I know there are more detailed reasons. There are a lot of things. We really need to dig into the archive to see why IPOB was very, very angry. But before that, let's look at the next one. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu applauds IPOB for attacking Ike Ekweremadu. Do you think he is right supporting and applauding IPOB for doing such to a seated president?
Well, to answer your question, it is very, very simple. Number one, if I may ask you a question, who is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and who is IPOB? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is IPOB and IPOB is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So anything that is done or whatever thing that is being done by the indigenous people of Biafra is equally a responsibility of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He shares the responsibility. If it is something to be blamed, he also shares the blame. So all of us are together. He's not any different from the indigenous people of Biafra. He's an indigenous person of Biafra, and the indigenous people of Biafra also represents his own interest. He was applauding them because he did what others could not do. A lot of people, we have only few men in power who choose to, organize themselves together. The Hausa, the Fulani, the Yoruba, and some Efulefus in Igbo, all of them, they organize themselves. That is a kind of an organized crime. They organize themselves in order to keep people in bondage, to keep people in slavery, to keep people, in a subservient situation. Now, those people, or the indigenous people rather, that is spread all across all the nooks and crannies of this very contraption called the zoo, all of them could not do anything to free themselves from those very mental slavery, mental enslavement, and those cage they brought themselves in. Now IPOB is showing them the example of how revolution is done, how you condemn evil. It's not when your leader, after doing all manner of evil, killing you, supporting evil against you, you still went and say Kabiesio, you begin to lick his feet and all of that. So we did something they could not do. So every sensible human being will applaud it. It's not only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that applauded it. Every reasonable human being all across the world, they applauded it, and the thing, it went a long way in reviving the spirit of IPOB. You can see that IPOB, if they are 98%, if your battery is low, maybe to 50%. Now, if the battery that is powering IPOB is maybe, let me call it 45%. Now it has gone to 120% now. So that kind of a thing has already overcharged IPOB. All their members are happy once again because evil is being dealt with, in their lifetime. So it is a thing of joy, and it is something other people are supposed to learn. All the people that used to say Rankadede over there in the north, and people that used to say Kabiesi, had it been, they will also borrow a leaf instead of mocking IPOB hypocritically and saying all manner of things as if they care more than we care for our own people. Had it been, they can also learn from what we have done and also do it to their own leader. Believe you me, whatever they call the zoo or wherever they are would have been a better place. They will get light 24 hours and a lot of things will be done. But since you don't hold your leaders, those who commit evil, you don't hold them responsible for the evil thing they have done. You keep on praising them, you keep on licking their boots and, worshipping them. What do you expect them to do? They will never do anything to change. They will never change. A crocodile, a leopard will always remain a leopard. It can never change. It will still remain what it is. A lizard in Nigeria will always remain a lizard in America. It can never turn to an alligator. So the only thing you can do to make situation change is for you to do the needful. It's for you to do something, those people are not even expecting. What transpired in that very Nuremberg, Germany is a kind of, is quite revealing. Because, the main chief culprit who that trap is being set for is Nneamodo. But at the end of the day, Ike Ekweremadu Onye Chojo, he went there and Onye Chojo Ebrugombo. So I think it's a nice thing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to applaud that very thing. I don't see anything wrong with it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, we know that IPOB was tagged a terrorist organization. So don't you think these acts is a kind of, has justified or has endorsed that particular tag, the terrorist tag on IPOB, beating up or attacking?
My sister, I completely disagree with that because if you check the World Terrorist Index and how a group is being classified as a terrorist, now, we have people who are the real terrorists here in the contraction called the zoo. Even that person that is being attacked is the main terrorist himself, because if you can invite Python dancers to come and dance and kill your own people, we lost men and women in that very Python dance. He is the real terrorist. And all those people we call leaders in Nigeria, all of them are the real terrorists. They are the real terrorists that should be proscribed. And IPOB have already proscribed them in case you don't know. Now, petting someone with egg, it's more or less you are petting the person, because I would have thought that IPOB could have done something more. IPOB Nuremberg Germany family, they could have done something, they could have wounded him now. I need to see blood. I need to see his blood spill on the ground, because these are the same people that sit in the red chamber, in the yellow chamber, the blue chamber, and the black chamber, watching the blood of their own people spilled like as if you are spilling the blood of a chicken. And they will do nothing about that. Tomorrow they will still, clean their useless nyash, and they will go back to the Senate to go and talk one rubbish or the other. They have not done anything to benefit the life of their own people. Go and check that very man. Check his antecedents. Look at look at how bad and unkept the place he's coming from is. So now the real terrorist people are, they are the ones that are the terror, because they are terrorizing the life of the people, because their action, even though they are not doing the killing directly, but they are sponsoring those who are doing the killing. So all of them shares in the same terrorism. So now petting someone with egg doesn't amount to anything. So I know some people, all those hypocritical mockers, all those lazy and wicked youths, I keep pontificating here. They will try to twist that around to tell you that, hey, look at the people that you are saying they are non-violent. So if because of this, they are going to call us terrorists, like I said before, the worst that could have happened has already happened. Even when we are not violent, even when we are romancing and petting and kissing everybody, they still call us terrorists. So let them go ahead and do it. If there is any other name that is far more worse than a terrorist, let them call us the name. It doesn't matter to us. The only thing is that we have already set the pace for others to follow. We have already shown others how to do the revolution. This is just a tip of the iceberg. So people should learn from it and not trying to twist it around and say they are terrorists and all of that. And have some Bobo Agog. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. In case you're just joining us, this is Sunrise Daily News Analysis on Biafra Television, and we are reaching you from Biafra land. We are here to ensure that we give in-depth analysis of what is going on, and of course we try to right the wrong. We try to expose the evil. We try to expose the lies going on in this part of the world called the zoo, and of course that is Nigeria. We are here without fear of favor. We must say it the way it is. And of course, for us to continue exposing this evil, we need your support, we need your assistance. For some time we've been off air because of some financial problems. So we want you to please do something about it. Join us on this program. Be a supporter of this particular program. Please, we need to partner to ensure that this program keeps going. So please partner with us today to ensure that Sunrise Daily News Analysis keeps going, that nothing stops us, because we do not want to be stopped. We do not want to go away. We want to continue until Biafra is restored. Please join us to make it a reality. All right, so still on the issue at hand, Ike Ekweremadu attacked by IPOB. Now let's you've said some of the problems, some of the challenges, some of the reasons he was pelted with those eggs, and you've also said it doesn't matter if we are called, maybe if what happened has justified the terrorist tag. You don't care about that, just like you said. Okay, can we look at, since yesterday there have been lots of accusations, there are lots of issues that have been brought out from the archive, the atrocities, what people think are the reasons he should be dealt with. So can you enumerate some of them? We, according to Martin Amdekan, we also heard about how he ate the money that was apportioned for the building of Enugu Road, or whatever. So I don't know if you can say more on that. Let's get it clear. What are his sins? Can you recount his sins?
Okay, before I even go into that, I would like to say something. I want to make something very abundantly clear to justify what IPOB, Nuremberg, Germany family did. Do you know that in Venezuela, there was a time when their leaders are doing something, lesser evil to compare with what the people we call leaders are doing today? And do you know what the citizens did? They took some of their leaders and threw them in a trash can, a smelly trash can, and they covered them up. They messed them up. And it happened in so many places. It happened even in that very same Germany and other places, Ukraine, and all of that. Name them. It happened. The people revolted against, the other time they went to, is it Mozambique or what is the name of that very parliament, that the people went in and beat up all the honorable members of the house, beat them mercilessly, and all of them were running head-skelter, running for their life, and no police tried to stop them because the people, they are doing the right thing. And you know what is going on lately, the protest that is going on in Korea and also in Singapore. Nobody is being harassed, even to the extent that the police have to lay down their gadgets and their equipments, and they join the protest because they know the people are doing the right thing. But it is only in Nigeria, it is only in Black Africa where people reason more or less like a monkey. That is where they will condemn what IPOB did, because if it is people that are reasonable enough, they would have, applauded them for doing what they couldn't do, for setting the pace. Now, coming back to the sins, people used to say in parable that obro eshi nwata ufuru mmano ka ji akoya ihe maybe mgbo ufuru giri akwo, so these people, their sins has been piling up. To start with, this man has been there as a Senate president or whatever, however he grew there for over.
So he's been a senator since 2003.
Since 2003, so approximately clocking 20 years now. That he's been there, and nothing to show for it. If you go to the place where he's coming from, the road is completely out of touch with reality. The roads are bad, and how would he even notice it? Because he has a private jet, he flies around anywhere he is, and his family, the children, are in Germany. The children are schooling abroad. I don't know particularly the particular country where they are, but none of the family is at home here, and all of them are over there. And he has houses all over the world, and he chooses to travel anywhere he wants at any particular time. So he's not feeling the pain of the people. And this very same man is one of the reasons why our place is in a deplorable state. He's the very person that that is blocking all the efforts that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan make in order to bring some level of development, in our place. If not, since that he's been there, why is it that Enugu to Iguacha Expressway is a death trap. The other day, you remember the McCarthy, the former Kaduna State governor, who happens to travel to that through that road. He went to Iguacha from Enugu to Iguacha through that road. He came out to confess that this road can abort the pregnancy of a pregnant woman. It can abort the baby if a pregnant woman travels through this road, that the pregnancy will abort. And these are the roads that our people have been subjected to travel into because of the selfishness and the wickedness of this very evil man. He is the one that orchestrated the Python dance. He is the chief planner. He is the chief culprit in this very issue, because we have so many intel and revelation to back that up, that this very man, they planned it at Enugu Nike Lake Hotel. That is where they planned it, and he was there. And also the day that our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was meeting with the governors of the Southeast, he was also there, and he never had Mazin Nnamdi Kanu mention Biafra in that very occasion. What he said is that they should fix things, they should make things to work. And these are the things he blocked from happening. Fixing that very road that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu mentioned is the same road that he ate the money that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's government voted for the construction of that road. I even heard about it because that time I was still in the hospital bed, during that very time, 2012. This man is the main culprit that hindered that road from being constructed. He ate the money because he had the opportunity to be in the very Senate and the very House of Representatives, and he couldn't do anything about that. And all of them, they pocket that very money. And other things, that they have been doing against the people. He was also the chief planner with the rest of the evil governors we have in our land to proscribe the indigenous people of Biafra. I remember when Mazi Ejinaya Baribe was trying to make a statement publicly to tell them the evil that they have done, that the first thing they would do to start the true reconciliation is to deproscribe IPOB. He was the person that rushed and took the microphone from him. So is he not guilty? Is he not a culprit? Has he even ever come out openly to make a very public statement? Because he has the power. Everybody trusted him. People loved him because of the deception and the little change he's giving them in that they are an local government. People are just loving him. They don't know that he is the main chief oppressor. But he was the one who hindered Ejinaya Baribe from making that very public statement that they should deproscribe IPOB. So is he not in his own power to call all the governors together to tell them that, look, proscribing IPOB is not the right thing to do. We should deproscribe them, because Boko Haram, the governors, all the governors in the 19th state of the zoo called Nigeria, they have never come out one day to proscribe the Boko Haram, in spite of the fact that they have killed over 100,000 people. They have displaced over 5-point-something million people. They have destroyed property worth trillions and trillions of dollars. They have never come out one day to proscribe them. Rather, they are supporting them, overtly or covertly. They are paying tithe and offering to them. Why is it that it is only in Biafran land, it is only in Igbo land that we have stupid governors that can, connived with a senator like him to proscribe their own people? So, and you say that IPOB should not do this, IPOB should not do that. Look, people don't have conscience. If you are saying that what IPOB did is very wrong, then you don't have conscience, you are cold and you are wicked, you are heartless. Because with what is happening, our people are placed under improvised position. This same man is also part of the Hausa Fulani Caliphate, because if you look at the airports, the only functioning airport we have in Biafran land, in Enugu, has been closed down. What has he done about it? He has not even come out to say anything about that. And the Fulani herdsmen are killing our people daily. Every day they kill our people. The other day they kill, they have to protest because it has now happened to a reverend father. But they have been killing people in their thousands and in their millions. They have not come out one day to protest. So this man, he did not say anything. He was very quiet because his family is over there in overseas, enjoying, celebrating, eating and dancing. Whereas other people's children are being killed. All these people are because as a because his own children, his own family is not directly affected. So he cannot say anything. He has not been able to say anything. He has not been able to condemn the attack, the evil that is going on in Biafran land. So his evil is too much. He's too numerous his sins are too much. It's too numerous for me to even begin to recount.
Okay, thank you very much. But I think there is something you're trying to talk about. Enugu Road, not directly the road to his house or to his community? Because I know the road to his community is well built. You know, they try to, you know, make their own house look beautiful.
Okay, you will say that the road that leads to his own compound is well built.
Yeah.
Because I know so many bad roads in that Aniri area, but the road that leads to his own compound is completely built. Now the road that would have favored others, the road that would have, you know, be of a good help, because all our commuters that travel from Aba to Enugu, people that do business, pregnant women and children. Even I know one of one woman in my own community. Where she do most of her businesses in Enugu, she has to travel from Aba to Enugu every week. She travels, she goes to Aba to buy goods, she goes to Enugu to sell them. It is still that same road. Imagine if she's pregnant. Imagine how many pregnancies that must have been lost in that very road, because Makarafi said it and confirmed it that any pregnant woman that travels through this road, that baby must abort. But these are the road our people are forced to travel, to make use of, even against their will, because we have a selfish person like Ike Ekweremadu who thwarted all the efforts. Remember also, Goodluck Jonathan was trying to do something again, you know, regarding the coal we have in Enugu, in order to make it, to be beneficial to the people, you know, for them to be able to generate this thing. These are the same people that blocked. You remember he was even the main person that blocked electric car that Senator Ben Bruce was kind of trying to introduce as a bill, so that we can save our generation from dying, because all this fossil fuel that we are using is causing a lot of harms to our people. Breathing those very carbon is very, very bad. It's damaging the health of our people. Our women, our ladies, look at their skin. It's no longer like a human being skin because of the environmental pollution of all this fossil fuel. But this very man called Ike Ekweremadu, out of selfishness and out of wickedness and evil, he did everything he can in his own power individually to make sure he stopped that bill. Because had it been he allowed that bill to see the light of the day, then the House of Fulani would not even have any other reason to kill our people again. Because once they introduce the electric cars in this very place, people will no longer have to die because of oil. But out of his wickedness, he said that we should continue in that very old warped system that is bringing death and destruction, nothing else but death and destruction upon the life of our people. He himself, out of wickedness, he blocked that from happening. And at the end of the day, you see where all of us are now. But he can travel abroad with his own private jet and enjoy the best thing the life can offer. But he subjected other people into suffering, into slavery. Fulanis are killing us because of the oil in our land. But had it been now, this man did not do anything in his own power to subject our people into this kind of environment where we have to breathe carbon that is being emitted by generators, by all these things. We wouldn't have been where we are today. So his sin is too numerous to mention.
Okay, so how there is still talking about his position or his discussion with Barrister Osuji, one of our brother. So why do you think he should also be nailed? That he was the one who visited Barrister Osuji once he was met the ICC president, and then he also accommodated him, or he welcomed him and took him to Asorok. Why do you think he should be crucified for that?
It has everything to do with the evil he must have done behind our back, because Nabe used to say that so anybody that perceives the smell of a fart is the person behind the fart in itself, you know. So it's not that maybe this man is an evil man, and the reason why I said it is because you remember that Osuji, we have been giving him support even before he became the president. The Jesus people of Biafra have given him support. We have campaigned for him. We did everything to make that man is even my brother. Look at his own local government and look at my own local government in Mbano. So he's a very man. I mean, he's a man that has the interest of his own people at heart. But immediately he got contacted with all these corrupt politicians. They made sure they thwarted every effort, you know, in making sure that the case of the indigenous people of Biafra sees the light of the day. Because you cannot tell me that this very man, after Ike Ekweremadu must have gone to meet him, and when he came back, it was still Ike Ekweremadu that accommodated him and told him to forget the indigenous people of Biafra, because those people, they are miscreant, they are jobless and all of that. Please don't look at them, don't even mind their case. And since that day, the case died. So it is this, I mean, onye ahụ n'ukwu ose where onye zuru oshi ose. If I see you near my garden of pepper, ọgwụ a ka m ga-akpọ onye oshi ose. Onye mụrụ n'ukwu ose m ka m ga-akpọ onye oshi ose. So, for the fact that he was the person that was with him last, you know, it goes a long it goes a long way to explain the evil thing, even though we are not there to get the details of their discussion. But ever since he met with that man, he got him corrupted. He got him contaminated with the zoo system of thinking, telling him that these people are jobless, are miscreants, and all of that. And since that day, the case that is how we lost that very brother to the hand of these evil politicians. And that is why evil keep happening in our land. That is why Fulani herdsmen can come to our land to kill. Because if he's truly representing the people, for over 20 years that he has been there, he has not even done anything that will help the people. I mean, that will alleviate the suffering of the people. What are we talking about? Why is it that people choose to, you know, he hold one side of the story. He did this. He's dashing 500 naira to his community and all of that. That is stupidity. Anything, if you call yourself a rich man and the person that is next door, that is your next door neighbor is still poor, then you are not a rich man. You are just a foolish man. So for the fact that this man, he tied the road that leads straight to his house and put some street lights, and the rest of other places or the neighboring communities are still in darkness, then that goes a long way to show that our people are very, very stupid by supporting evil. Evil is evil. If you want to bring light, you bring light so that it will shine for the whole world to see. But if you are trying to bring light and make your own light shine and put out the light of other people, then your own light will not shine, because evil have a way, I mean, the law of karma have a way of coming back to pay you back in the same coin, because he would not have believed that this kind of a thing would happen to him, that his own people, for the fact that the people who have disgraced him, thought that symbol of slavery that they tore from his body, that goes a long way to show that the people we have already set the pace for freedom. We have already, begin the process of freeing ourselves, because these are the people that enslave us in this very contraption that we are in. For him to wear that kind of a thing, it goes a long way to show you that he's very, very proud of the slavery that we all are in. And he's very, very proud to go there and celebrate his own stupidity. So, for the fact that IPOB have come to the rescue, IPOB is supposed to be praised. They are supposed to be, honored and applauded for what they did, because they have saved us. If not, all these people, they will put us one day in their pockets and we will not know what to do.
All right, thank you so much. Let's look at the next one here. Nnamdi Kanu offers 1 million naira reward for overseas itinerary of Southeast governors and Igbo leaders. In case you're just joining us, this is Sunrise Daily News Analysis on Biafra Television. We are still calling on partnership. We are still calling on sponsorship, rather, so we can keep this place moving. We don't want to shut down this place again for even a day. We need to get you updated. We need to keep you updated about the things going on in this part of the world. So please chat us up on WhatsApp, call us on WhatsApp. Let's see how to work together. Let's discuss and, of course, see how to get this place moving. Don't forget that all hands must be on deck until Biafra is restored. All right, let's look at the next one. Nnamdi Kanu offers 1 million naira reward for overseas itinerary of Southeast governors. Leader of proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has offered 1 million naira reward for credible information on overseas travel itinerary of Igbo leaders, especially governors from the zone. Kanu announced this in a live broadcast on the rogue radio station Radio Biafra on Sunday night. He was speaking on the recent attack by some of his members on Senator Ike Ekweremadu in Germany and the spate of killings and kidnappings in the southeast. He said a member of the group has made the money available for credible information anytime governors of the southeast and other leaders from the zone are traveling. So if you're working in any government house in southeast and you know which city in the world the governors is going to be, inform us so that we will mobilize for him and you will be rewarded for 1 million naira, he declared. In the 87-minute broadcast, Kanu said the grudge of the group with the governors is that they proscribe the group. They and not the federal government of Nigeria proscribe IPOB. So what do you think about placing 1 million naira bounty on anyone who can give information?
Okay, what I will have to say first of all is that it was not actually Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that made that very pledge. You know, the people from this very contraption called Zoo, they have a way to twist around every story that has to do with IPOB. Now, these people, they prescribe those. Nobody sees anything wrong with it. Nothing. I mean, nobody considered it as. You know, as an evil against the people. Everybody is okay with that. People are very wicked and useless by supporting evil. They proscribed the indigenous people of Biafra because I heard you mention the proscribed group. So who proscribed them? So this goes a long way to tell you the intent of the heart of, you know, ordinary average Nigerians, or let me not even include the whole of Africa. Black Nigerians, their heart is as evil and as wicked as anything. Nobody sees anything wrong with it, but it's just that IPOB, they petted him with egg and all of that. The whole place is on fire. The whole news, I mean, everybody, I mean, was agog. People are making billions of dollars with the news that has to do with IPOB. Now, when you talk about the 1 million naira bounty, well, it's a welcome development, you know, from my own perspective, whether if it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that pledges the money or somebody else that did it. But the truth about the matter is that it is someone, you know, who choose to remain anonymous, but is obviously
one of the poor miscreants.
One of the miscreants, the people who, the jobless miscreants, one of them just, you know, signaled Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that 1 million naira reward will be given to anybody who can be able to give any tips concerning their next movement, because it seems that IPOB is now manufacturing eggs, or I don't know where they are getting all that number of eggs from, you know, to, you know, give them a very nice treatment. So now it is a very, very welcome development, and from all indication, this has gone a long way, because after that thing must have happened, I saw Nyangodo mocking Ike Ekweremadu, rejoices. Look at that, that useless idiot. I thought two of us would have gone there to collect. I mean, these are the kind of trap that IPOB is setting for me. But somehow he excused himself.
He was really the person.
Yes, he was the real culprit. Nobody even give a damn about Ike Ekweremadu. Yeah, if it was him, I mean, something remarkable would have happened. Everybody would have been happy once again, because
no, I'm asking why. How did he escape?
No, he escaped because he saw
Why did
it.
he abscond?
You know, from this very statement you just read, it goes a long way. You know, my happiness is that the Nigerians or the evil, our people, our enemies are listening to Radio Biafra, because they say that it's 7 minutes, and I listened to it, and I never even knew that it's so they calculate everything. They listen to Radio Biafra more than you and I. So it goes a long way to tell you that Nyango is listening to Radio Biafra, and he had our leader, you know, make a very strong statement that if he steps his foot here in Nuremberg, Germany, that he's going to see Nketoro Biati. And at the end of the day, the man, he was a very wise man, and you know, he escaped. He give one flimsy reasons. The same person that claimed that he is sick, that he cannot travel to Germany, is the first person that come out to come and release the press statement. That goes along. You know, so he just like when a goat that is ill advised, he will always consider. I mean, the den of a lion where you will go. I mean, to join lion in their meeting to go and eat yam. How can you, you know, plant yam in Biafran land and you go to Germany to eat it? Is that not stupidity? So
yeah, you know, that reminds me. I do not know, but I've not come across you know, the festive or you know, occasion where Igbos eat yam, do the New Yam festival generally here in Biafra land or here in Igbo land. You know, Igbo generally, apart from clans, communities, states. How come they now go out there and then they decide to eat the yam generally united?
My sister, that goes a long way.
Nothing like that, where the yam is produced.
That goes a long way to tell you the gross domestic stupidity of our people. Their stupidity is graduating from normal stupidity to uncontrollable stupidity with each passing day, because this EDG or this Yam Festival is a sacred occasion, you know, for record purposes. It is an occasion where our people, our forefathers, our progenitors, our ancestors, the same people you go to cast and bind. These are the kind of things that brought them together, because our land is a fertile land. They come together to eat the yam together as one people in order to signify the symbolism of fertility. Our land is a fertile land. We also thank our Chi for making our land to produce yam for us, and also honor him and give the honor that is due to him. We come together as one people, we eat, you know. and we stayed together. But now the white men came, and also with the help of the people that call themselves the indigenous people, they came to divide us. That is where you begin to... Do you know that Igbos are one? We are one people. But now you begin to hear so many names now. We have Anambra name, we have Imo, we have Abia, we have... They begin to give us different kind of name. Yes, we have people that reside in those kind of places, but we are supposed to be one. We are supposed to eat our yam in one place and in one plate. But now that we are divided, everybody is now eating according to their own community, according to their family, because the family is very big. I mean, the choice is infinite. You can go to any family you want to go and eat your own yam. But for people who are not even united at home, going over there abroad, have you ever seen in any news, or have you ever heard that German people, did they even know what yam is called? They don't even have yam in their place. They don't cultivate it. Do they know what yam is? For you to take yam from Biafra land, going over to Germany, for you to go to Germany to go and eat yam, that is celebrating your slavery and your stability. We are trying to bring our people back home, and we are encouraging our people to continue to go to slavery. It is very bad. It is very, very bad. They say charity begins at home. These people are supposed to bring everybody together, whether you are from Anambra, Ebonyi, or whatever. All of us are supposed to come together as one people and eat the yam in one plate. Then, if you want to take it to any other places, you can do that. And remember, if you don't value what you have, nobody else will do it. Do you know other people, they have other kind of festival they celebrate? Even in America, do you know they even have some kind of a useless festival? Do you know they have a kissing festival, where you pay $5 to just to go and kiss, and people are trooping in, paying $5 to go and participate in that very thing? They value it, even though it's not something we consider, as socially acceptable in our places. But they do it, they value it. Why don't our people do it and value it in our own place? Because it's a sacred occasion that before you participate, if you are an outsider, you are a tourist, before you participate, this is the condition for you to do that, because it is gathering of holy people who are supposed to be dedicated to what they believe in. But now we make it so common, so useless, that you are inviting an Hausa man to be your chief speaker. I mean, I can't even get my head off that. For an Hausa man, a guru eating ambassador in Germany, you invited him to be one of your guest speakers, somebody who is not even circumcised, to come and speak in a gathering where is supposed to be. Tradition. Oh my goodness me, that is evil. That is the worst kind of evil. That is the highest form of you degrade us. Can an emir of Kano State, or even the Sultan of Sokoto, invite you, that is an infidel, that is considered an infidel, to come and participate in their own salah? You saw Jubril, they fried meat, and he invited what is it called, the president of Guinea. And the man was even scared and say, this kind of, is it not the same cow meat that a lot of people have been killed for? He was looking at the meat somehow. And, but these people cannot even invite our people to participate in that very thing, because they consider it a sacred and holy occasion. Why is it that our own people, our own occasion that is given to us by our ancestors, our people choose to, make it a kind of a thing of mockery and a thing of disgrace? You invite, so you are free now to invite people that are eating go. You are free to invite the Fulani people to come and be the chief speaker.
But sorry, inviting people, is it really the issue, or is it really about inviting people, or the position given to these people?
Well, my sister, that yam festival, is a sacred occasion. There's kind of occasion you invite other people. It's occasion that is meant to bring brothers and sisters together. Fathers and mothers, families are supposed to come together. It's not something you invite outsiders. That very occasion is a very sacred occasion. If you know our custom and tradition, it's occasion between brothers and brothers. You don't invite outsiders. Talk more or less of inviting them to come and be a chief speaker. Then you, that is that is the invitee. You go there and sit on the floor, and whereas somebody that is eating guru will come and be addressing you with a microphone. That is very, very wrong. It's not something we should encourage.
So that's to say, even the occasion itself is illegal.
It's illegal
because they
location.
Are not following the right
They should try it in Biafra land. I mean, it is evil, desecrating the land. These are the reason why a lot of evil is happening. You know, people don't know how to obey law. If you know this thing is what you don't do in this place. Okay, look at the other day, it was trending, but it's something that happened in 2017. A young man, out of his ignorance and innocence, he went near a mosque in Karimo area of Abuja to urinate. He didn't even know in the first place that there is a mosque in that very place, but he went near there to ease himself. And at the end of the day, the whole Hausa Fulani people mobbed him. They killed him, they removed one of his eyes, they burnt him alive because they believe he had desecrated their sacred land by urinating near the mosque. Now, these same people went over there in Germany to desecrate our culture by inviting an uncircumcised infidel. Do you know you have to be circumcised first of all before you can even participate in eating that yam, because that yam is a holy convocation. It is meant for holy people. That is, I mean, it is all about holiness and orderliness. Now, inviting somebody that is eating goro, somebody who have not even washed his hands and legs, and somebody who is not even clean to come and be part of that occasion has already destroyed the purpose of that occasion in the first place. So whatever you are doing, you have to first of all understand the nitty-gritty of the culture that your forefathers left for you, so that you can maintain it and pass it on to the next generation. But if you keep doing it anyhow, you eat chewing-gum, you do all of that to, you know.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lastly, before we embark on a break, we've heard a lot of people like Joey Bokwe, so many Nigerians calling for the arrest of these IPOB members who participated in this revolution. I call it a revolution. That's the main revolution we are talking about. So what do you think? Do you think those people will be arrested? In fact, there are rumors already that most of them have been arrested. So what do you think about that? What do you have to say? Do you think German government will arrest them or prosecute them or do anything to them?
Okay, before I answer your question, I will just tell you one of my favorite quotes. The worst type of battle or the worst kind of fight that you will engage yourself in is fighting with someone who has nothing to lose at both ends of the fight. Okay. So if the German government decided to arrest our people, it is still to our own favor, because German government, they have been avoiding us somehow. You know, we have to pay millions of dollars in order to be able to even reach out to them. So if they arrest us, it is a welcome development. It is still to our own favor and to our own advantage, because we will use that very opportunity to bear out our heart, to make them to pour out our complaint, to reveal the secret that the zoo people have been covering up and all the killings that is taking place in our land.
Telling them what they already know that they have refused to
listen to. That is the time they will know it. But if they still refuse to arrest us, it is still to our own advantage. We will still have more time to at least baptize them with those eggs. So whichever way, whether the zoo people, I saw it trending even that very yesterday that a lot of our people have been arrested, and I was laughing. They thought that Germany is the zoo called Nigeria, where Buratai and other
you saw the video clip where the police was called to come and arrest her, and
but the police didn't do anything. They were just
to go away. Now interviewing the IPOB.
Exactly. That is to tell you that Germany is not, because I saw one wicked evil man. I don't even know who he is, but he was insisting on that video that that guy should be arrested, and maybe it's like two of them. They were pointing on that guy. The guy say, "I'm not running away." That's why I say, fighting with somebody who have nothing to lose, because you have killed my mother, my father. You did everything. You take my life, my dignity from me. So what else again do you think I will lose if you engage me in that kind of fight? So pointing the German government to arrest, it's a welcome development. Let them go ahead and arrest us, and they will prove our case before them. They will know who. Police they win the case at the end of the day. So let them go and call police and call whatever they want to call. Whatever they are going to do, they will still be shamed and disgraced at the end of the day. So like I said before, if you are fighting with somebody who have nothing else to lose, that is the worst kind of fight you will engage. So it's either they begin to behave themselves this time around, just like some of them are already cancelling their trips all over the world and all of that. So it is better for them to do that, because if they want to fight this very dirty fight, my dear, they will meet their Waterloo, and at the end of the day, they will have themselves to blame for the evil thing they have done, because people are really angry. This goes a long way to show you how angry and frustrated people have been You know, because if you look at the comment and the reaction, it goes a long way to tell you that revolution is long overdue, but it's just that they are no, I mean, the youths are lazy, they don't want to take responsibility. But now that IPOB we have been doing it from the onset, so we are taking the bull by the horn. Other people should learn from our own example.
How laughable that the same people who were calling for revolution now are still the same people coming to condemn what you know, the indigenous people of Biafra.
It is laughable. It is laughable because really it goes a long way to tell you that these people are not serious. Because these are the people that are supposed to comment what IPOB did. But I'm surprised they are now trying to be more Catholic than the Pope. They are trying to cry more than the bereaved. Is it not our own brother? Is it not our own fight? Is it not our own egg? Is it not our own
exactly what I want to say now. Those who are crying.
So why are you worried about things that happen to us? You say Igbos don't love themselves and all of that, and you are trying to show you that we love ourselves by
we're trying to deliver him from
people spirit, and he has been delivered, and he appreciates IPOB for what we did.
So
what is your over there?
Who are still trying to abscond? I think is better the earlier, because no carryover. No matter how much you carried over,
the more they carry over, the more they try to carry over, the more they are saying is accumulating.
So
it's better they take their own beating, yes, to be.
And when we talk about they, we mean the lives of Nyawodo. I know Okorocha has taken a little of some, but still, the punishment is not complete.
Yeah, it's not at all.
So Nyawodo need to travel.
He has not even collected anyone at all.
It won't increase.
I mean,
it won't keep increasing.
Yes.
What's his name? The former governor, Ojus Okano, also need to go and take his own.
He cancelled his own trip, you know. He was supposed to go to Germany for a checkup, you know, so maybe he's going to die
here. He cancelled it.
Maybe
and others said, don't worry, I've eaten my own yam. I don't need to eat again.
So it's very, very laughable indeed.
Wow, it's really laughable. It's really laughable. Okay, don't forget, you know, we sincerely apologize that the video clips are not being displayed here on this program. Reason is because of the issues we have here. We can't play videos, we can't play those videos, we can't even download them, and of course you know what that means. That's why we keep asking for your assistance. That's why we ask for your sponsorship. Please partner with us to ensure that this place keeps running. Please, please, and please, whatever you can do to keep Sunrise Daily going, please do that. At least like before, we normally display these videos, so many of them, and even the ones you've not seen on Facebook, we have so many of them in our archives that we're supposed to display them, but unfortunately we cannot because of the outdated gadgets and some financial issues. So please do help us get these things well done. Very important. Okay, so before we go, before we embark on a break, I want to read just little of the sins of Ike Ekweremadu. Okay, so do you recall when our Biafran brother Barrister Chile Osuji was appointed as the president of ICC? It was this same Ike Ekweremadu that was sent by the Nigerian government to pay him a visit. And a few weeks later, Barrister Chile visited Nigeria, and Senator Ike Ekweremadu received him, took him to Asurok, where he was bribed by the evildoer and the cabals of the terrorist government of Nigeria. And the next thing we saw was the invitation of Buhari by ICC to be honored before the world to deliver a lecture on human rights. Meanwhile, this is a man with more than 150 count charges on human rights abuses before ICC's desk, as stated by the same ICC. And since then, the whole case against Buhari before ICC died off completely. Thank God for President Donald J. Trump, who understood the evil display of the leadership of ICC and told them to their face that they are criminals and that he will place a sanction on the new parliament of ICC if they continue in this manner. This same Senator Ike Ekweremadu was the same one the Zulu government sent to spearhead a meeting with Ohaneze Ndigbo and Southeast governors to summon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with the intention to bribe him into dropping the Biafra agitation. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu refused, they prescribed IPOB, terrorist organization, and called for Python Dance 2 to assassinate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his family with IPOB members. he has steadfastly continued in his lip service to Biafrans and our collective interest as a people for his selfish gains. If not, tell me, why would Senator Ike Ekweremadu, a presupposed leader in Biafra land, wear a dress with a Nigerian coat of arms insignia on it to such a significant cultural event such as Igbo New Year Festival in Germany? He's simply indicating to us where he belongs. In fact, they did not beat him enough. And of course, that's just the truth. That's just the truth. It's so unfortunate that some gullible fellows have refused to understand. But good thing IPOB have come to right the wrong. So please, please, and please keep sponsoring this program so that we can bring in more updates to you. Thank you. This moment we will end back on a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Biafra referendum. We want peace. We want no war. Mr. Pro, I'm doing it. I hope you feel it. Oh, the sky is misty and cloudy. It looks like rain is gonna fall today. But that rain is not a good one now. I said that rain is a very, very bad one. A rain of death, a rain of pain, a rain of sorrow, a rain of guns, a rain of bullets, a rain of arrows. Yeah, yeah.
We want peace, we want no more.
See, from 1967 to 1970, my people suffered. My people wept, my people cried, they were slaughtered. So what we gonna do to avert another slaughter? I say what we gonna do so we don't start killing each other. Yeah, yeah.
We want peace, we want no more.
Yeah, me now. So what's gonna make the sky to be blue? Referendum. We want peace, we want no war. Biafra referendum. I say what is the solution to the problem? Referendum. We want peace, we want no war. Biafra referendum. Yeah, yeah.
We want peace, we want no more.
See, prevention they say is better than cure. I can hear peace, peace not knocking on our door. United Nations, the stitching time says 999. So why don't you make haste while the sun shine, shine, shine? Yeah, yeah.
We want peace, we want no
Yeah,
war.
see, we don't need your humanitarian intervention. We don't need your peacekeeping mission. We don't need your relief materials and donations. What we need is self-determination. We need the implementation of self-determination. Yeah, yeah.
We want peace, we want no war.
Yeah, me now. So what's gonna make the sky to be blue? Referendum. We want peace, we want no war. Biafra referendum. I say, what is the solution to the problem? Referendum. We want peace, we want no war. Biafra referendum. Yeah, yeah.
We want peace, we want no war.
Mbadonyeku.
Sunrise Daily News Analysis on Biafra Television. We are here to bring to you in-depth analysis on the things going on in the contraption called Nigeria, and of course all that has to do with the restoration of Biafra. We are the indigenous people of Biafra, led by Mazin Namdekano and deputized by Mazuche Mefo. We are here, we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. We are here with a mandate to restore Biafra, nothing more, nothing less. So please do join us. And of course, the time is now for you to call in and make your contribution. Very important. But before that, please don't forget, we need your sponsorship. Support this program so that we'll keep bringing to you the things that are going on, so that we'll keep exposing the lies going on in the contraption called Nigeria. The lines are open for you to call in. Call us on WhatsApp on 0905 6608 Our WhatsApp line once again, 0905 6608 Our WhatsApp line. Then our phone line is 0702 0353706. Our phone line once again, that's our direct phone line, 0702 0353706. Call us on Skype, call us on Facebook at Sunrise BTV to make your opinion known, to make your suggestions, to air your opinions. Very important. Call us on Skype and Facebook, Sunrise BTV. At Sunrise BTV, we'll take your call, and of course, we hear you out. What do you think? What do you have to say about the things that are happening in the contraption called Nigeria? So the lines are open right now. Let's hear you. Let's hear in. IPOB attacked Ike Ekweremadu with stones, and yeah, because we have the video clips, IPOB never used stones. We used eggs. Yeah, we used raw eggs. You know, he went to eat the yam, and that's a foreign yam. Germany yam should be eaten with a foreign sauce. So we had to help him with the egg. You know, he needs egg sauce. At home, we eat with owa. We eat with owa, we eat with otazi, we eat with red oil and pepper. But there, that's Germany yam. So he needs egg to prepare the sauce. So that's why IPB went there with the egg and say, we've come to give you this. All right, so the next one. Nnamdi Kanu applauds IPOB for attacking Ike Ekweremadu. Yes, they are worth applauding. They are worth applauding. Very important. We have a caller on the phone. Hello, caller on the phone. Caller on the phone, can you hear me? Good morning. Welcome to the program. All right, we lost that call. The next one here, Nnamdi Kanu offers 1 million naira reward for overseeing itinerary of Southeast politician. Nnamdi Kanu offers 1 million naira reward, but the real gist is an IPOB member have offered 1 million naira reward for overseeing itinerary of Southeast politicians. Okay, Southeast governors want unity with IPOB ahead of 2023. Send critical message. Governors want unity with IPOB. Governors from the southeastern part of Nigeria have reacted to the alleged directive by the indigenous people of Biafra to its members that they should attack them and politicians from the zone. The governor said the directive is not the solution to the agitations of the proscribed association. The governors spoke in reaction to an attack on Ike Ekweremadu, a former deputy president of the Senate, by supporters of IPOB in Germany. Speaking on behalf of the governors, David Omahi of Ebonyi State said through his spokesperson, Emma Ozo, that he and his colleagues do not have any issues with IPOB to make its members want to attack them. While noting that insecurity is a national challenge, under the pure view of the federal government, the governors asked the organization's members to return home and clear any grievances they have against the politicians. What happened was a security issue which was within the pure view of the federal government. Attacking governors in a foreign land is a wild goose chase. We love them because they are our children. IPOB cannot achieve Biafra alone, except with the collaboration of all stakeholders, including the governors. They don't need to attack the governors to achieve Biafra, Omahi said. Omahi also urged the members of IPOB to unite with the governors and the leadership of the Ohanese Ndibo to achieve presidency from the region in 2023. Okay, we want them to be close to us instead of taking the struggle to the international arena, it said. We have a call on WhatsApp. Hello, call on WhatsApp. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
We gave Ike Ekweremadu uncooked yam. We gave him uncooked yam he cultivated here in Germany. Yes. And then I was regretting after he left, after he ran into his car and left. I would have you know, plugged one of his eyes so that I will go to jail. I need to go to jail for that, and I made myself available. It's a regret. But next time, they won't go scot-free. They will be dead. So that is, I am urging all the Biafran that you wake up and fight for this freedom. This freedom is ours. We, the young blood, the young right blood of Biafra, we should stand up and fight for this Biafra. He has luck. God save him. Next time, he will not go scot-free. Any of them will never ever come back home alive. It's a promise.